Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Math Class Online. I wanted to just give this lesson on your Chromebook so that you can stop and take notes anytime you need to pause it. So today, as you can see in your math book, it's an introductory lesson. Many of you might know already most of the concepts. We're in 2.1 measuring lengths. You will need your composition notebook that you take math notes in because there are a couple of numbers that are easy to forget and might be nice to have on a quiz coming up. The first thing that we are going to talk about is customary units. So when we talk about measuring customary units, we are talking about units that here in America we already measure with. We already measure with inches. In fact, many of you know how many feet and inches you are because you've recently been to the doctor for a physical. If we take a look at a ruler, an inch is about the length of this word. If we take a look at a foot, which is 12 inches, it's about the length of this book. Up on in the front of the room, on the tray that I keep the whiteboard markers on, I will have a yardstick, which is hard to show on a video. It is 36 inches or 3 feet. So the first thing I would like you to put in your notes, if you want to pause it, is label the customary units: inch, foot, which is equal to 12 inches, yard, which is equal to 3 feet or 36 inches. A lot of you football fans know that. And then a mile, which is 1,760 yards or 5,280 feet. Simple enough. Please pause the video if you need to get this written down, and then we're simply going to list examples of each one. So first of all, grab a pen. An inch is about the length of a paper clip. Not exactly, but pretty close if we take a look here. Maybe just a little bit longer, but it gives you a rough idea. So I'm going to put in parentheses here a paper clip, and that's even a little bit large. But sometimes it's good to have just a ballpark figure in your head. A good way to remember how big a foot is it's usually, if I can get my arm in the camera here, from your elbow to your wrist is about the length of a foot. When you look at a yard, if you go home and look at the width of your bedroom door, that's about a yard or 3 feet. The next part of measurement that we're going to talk about is metric units. And I know a lot of us here in America, we don't really understand what they look like because we don't use them. When we go to the doctor's office, they tell us how many feet and inches we are, how many pounds we are, things like that, but we don't deal with metric. All of you scientists out there are going to be dealing with metric units all the time. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a millimeter. And if you look on my ruler right here, I'll zoom in. A millimeter is super tiny. It is between the two smallest marks here, and if you look at a dime, it is about the width of a dime. So very, very small. It takes 10 of those, or a stack of 10 dimes, to get to 1 centimeter, which is our next metric measurement. We move from that to meters, which is 100 centimeters or 1,000 millimeters. And I've also placed on the front tray a meter stick. And it goes all the way up. You'll see the last number 99, but it does go up to 100. I'll zoom out here and put it in front of the camera, and then I'm going to line up a yardstick with a meter stick so you can see that a meter is just a few inches larger at the other end than a yard. So in American terms, we like to think of inches. So it is about, a little less than 3.5 inches short of, or 3.5 inches longer than a yard. Finally, as we look at meters, as you saw on the meter stick, it's 100 centimeters or 1,000 millimeters. And finally, a kilometer. Many of you talk about running a 5K or a 3K or a 10K. How long is that? If you look up front after the lesson at the meter stick, it is running 1,000 of these in a kilometer. If you take a look in your book, they have some great representations of benchmarks for unit length. Take a look at this. It will help you answer some of the questions in your assignment. A lot of these do require some problem solving, but it is an introductory lesson, so some of you might find it rather easy, which is great. There is an assignment on Schoology. I will flash that up on the screen right now, and you can also find it in your Chapter 2.1 place on Schoology in your math folder. There is a regular assignment here at the top, a challenge assignment here at the bottom. I do challenge you, even if you're on the regular assignment, I have put the brain game on there, which is kind of an interesting one. If you need extra rulers, would you please share them? I don't know that I have enough for every student, but I certainly have enough for every math partner. I can't wait to see you guys, and hopefully you're having a great day.